It's Tarkin coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft. Here we are, it's about to be nighttime. We're about to go on an adventure. I think I have plenty of rockets. I do have plenty of rockets. Or rather, an amount, which is the same as having plenty. We'll be able to make a lot more. We're just gonna lay down and get to it. So we want to find a trail ruin so that we can get a disc relic. Which, you know, we have in the playlist, but it would be nice to have for the record player here. Hello, Vorps, how are you? But yeah, so we're just gonna see if I got a brush somewhere, or try to remember how to make one. So brush is what, like a stick and like copper and a feather, maybe? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Good deal. We shouldn't need more than one. If we do, it'll be easy enough to acquire one. We're just gonna... No, not there. That's not ideal. Much better. Plenty of food. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get on the road. Hello, Mr. Pump. Goodbye, Mr. Pump. What a good golem he is. Elytra is in good shape. The rest of the stuff we shouldn't need too much of. Now, the only way I really know how to find these things is quite haphazardly. Hey, Liam. Yeah, we're gonna go for like a spruce taiga. I always seem to... Those are the only places I've ever found them. So we're just gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. You finished scoring for Galaxy? Awesome! Congratulations. That must be what like a really good feeling, I bet. Speaking of good feelings, you know what I like? Air conditioning. It's wonderful. It was hot today. I know it's a very old man thing to complain about the weather, but oh, we're at a bad angle. We are kicking our little feets. You go much faster this way. So while we're flying looking for trail ruins, which again, I only know how to find in like Spruce Taiga, and by know how to find, I mean I search for the markers of them there. If we find something like a woodland mansion or whatever, we'll obviously go there, but barring that, we're just gonna try to zoop on over this way. For a while, you know, just look at the pretty lands underneath. I think we've never been here before because there's a little forest fire going, so you know we've got that going for us. Oh, I like this place a lot. Never mind. Of course we've been here before. What am I talking about? I'm like, now I recognize it because we built this thing. You know, it's not much. It's really not much at all. They've got dolphins here. Lucky. But yeah. this is one of my my silly projects. At the very center underneath all of it is a block of coal. It's deceptive. You think the gold's gonna matter, but it doesn't. Alright, so little spruce forest here. We're just gonna run around for a bit, why not? So you can see like clay and terracotta such like that'll sometimes like pop up from the ground, and that's like, you know, I often find them in spruce taigas from just such a reason. Oh, a fox, how nice. What a nice little village. You know, I've probably already come and claimed the tribute from it. They probably once had slightly more. What is that? Alright, now this is wonderful. So these are pumpkins that have grown on top of other pumpkins. Which, I mean, you could put a pumpkin on top of a pumpkin. But I don't know if you could find it like that after world generation. So of course I'm going to break the wonderful thing and steal the pumpkins away from the special thing. I don't know. The campfire being there is conspicuous too. I feel like I've ruined something beautiful. Alright, we'll apologize by making a giant pumpkin. That's not centered. This is exactly the same as looking. You know, that it would have been better to have had one beforehand. Alright, he's gonna have little blocky arms, that's fine. We'll just have to fly back to it again, because apparently this is what I'm doing now. Don't ask me why. Oh, well, you know. Never mind. We can build it from the ground. There we go. Look, we broke the pumpkin sculpture down there, and now we made an even sculpturer one. Long arms, long arms. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. Alright, we're gonna... Hello, Super Dean. We're gonna get back to the regularly scheduled programming now of, you know, searching for the thing that's in the title. Alright. Gravel is irrelevant. Could try to find it from the air, I guess. It just seemed like whenever I found them in the past, the markers tend to be, you know, not totally visible from the air. You know, we should be doing this from water. Is this the first spruce wood I've cut down in the whole thing? Apparently it is. I guess I got a couple of saplings and then never cut a single block of spruce wood. That is so funny. I mean, not so funny. I'm overselling it. It's a little bit funny. It is mildly funny. All right. Day 583. Yes, Pumpkin Man. Yeah, day 583. I have gotten my first block of spruce wood. You saw it here, folks. Good job, everyone. A real milestone. All right, we're just gonna continue on down the river, looking to the left and the right, and hoping to see some marker of a trail ruin. If not, then we will fly around some. It's nice to just chill, you know? Just ride around on a river. I spend so little time in boats now that I can fly. Dog! Oh, and it's beautiful white. Come here, dog. I wish to give you pork chops. Oh, what a handsome dog. Oh, we don't have bones. We can't induce them to become our friend. Oh no, it'll be alright. Now I know that beautiful pure white dogs exist here in the taiga, and I will just go and get one someday. Yeah, I grew a spruce tree. I did pick up a sample to bring home, but I guess I just cut the leaves. Alright, well, if there was a trail ruin there, we would be able to see it. No, not really. Surely we've been down here. Did we drop that in the first place? Maybe. Maybe we haven't been down here. Maybe this is just a... Oh yeah, let's do a little gauntlet. You know, this is exactly the same as finding a trail ruin. Time to brawl. There's like so many dudes. This is a crazy little cavern. I actually quite like it. I mean, you see stuff like this not terribly rarely, but I still, you know, it's always nice to see a big old weird hole in the ground that you haven't seen before, you know. Have a party. It's just so many spiders. Ah, a chicken jockey with a golden helmet. How fortuitous. Wait, was that like a dark chicken? Oh my goodness. On a frozen chicken. Truly, this is the battle of the ages. He fought bravely. Have I fought the Wither? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what day it was on. It was a while ago. I don't have, like, a fully powered beacon, but yeah, we fought the Wither ages ago. If you've seen the recent videos where we're building, like, the Council of Gas, that sunflower field, that's where we fought him. But yeah, it went well. I was, like, so over-prepared. Dude, the miniature zombies, they're just so hard to hit, you know? There ought to be a law, or at least a regulation, about being so difficult to hit in a video game. Alright. Will we be able to see anything weird from above? I am good at spotting very, very slight changes in the expected. That doesn't mean I'm going to be able to do it, however. But there is quite a lot of space over here. Ooh, nice, another village. Alright, let's just squint carefully at the forest fire and see if any useful information can be gleaned from this. You can never have enough gold. Sometimes you want to decorate a thing and then leave it. You can't have too much of this other stuff. We're going to put that helmet and the chicken in there and never, ever come back again. Oh, yeah, we don't need any of that junk either. Don't really need the spruce planks. Alright, back to the search. Oh, nice. What a cool spot. Because it's like, you got the dark forest ringing around it. You've got like this little half moon cove there. This bigger inlet. What an excellent little mountain. And I know you might be saying to yourself, is any of this going to help him find a trail ruin? Well, not in the literal sense, dude. But it is pretty. And I may have been here before, but it would have been a long time ago. a zombie on a spider would still be a spider jockey, I would assume. Because, like, a jockey, you know, it's like the horse racing guy. You know, not the horse, but the racer upon the horse is a jockey. A horse jockey. So if you're riding a spider, you would be a spider jockey. Be you animal, vegetable, mineral, human, zombie, or skeleton, I think. I think the action of being on top of the giant spider is what gives you the jockeydom. But I'm not, like, an expert. I myself have never ridden a spider, although I have often, you know, imagined how well I would do if I was called to a task like that. I would be great. I'd be like, hey, you're probably not going to eat me, right? And then, you know, it would be a beautiful buddy comedy of me and a giant spider running faster than other ones, or not, depending on what phase of the movie we're in. I kind of thought we were just gonna find one already. You know, sometimes that's how it works, and sometimes it's not. You know, you just gotta figure out which time you're in. Of course, I'm sort of relying on my abilities to squint at terracotta from great distances, or moderate distances. But it does allow me to do my favorite thing, which is fly around and, you know, look at things. How's the elytra? Plenty of life left in her. Ow. Did I just leave that boat? Of course I did. I used to have this concept called boat discipline. Don't worry about it. It's not important. You're never going to hear me talk about it ever again. It only matters at the beginning. It doesn't even matter then. It's mainly like, don't forget your boat because you might have to grab it and leave really quick. But now, like, it doesn't matter. I'll just make another boat. With this spruce wood that I have finally gotten. So it's running through the ground floor of a forest saying, the exact same. So this is just a taiga. I always find the other ones in the ones with the really tall trees. I don't know who's been picking those berries for me. Well, I doubt the old growth one, that's the name of the sub-thing. I mean, maybe they're more likely to have trail ruins. That makes sense. In some sense. Alright, now we're in an old growth one. If we find the trail ruin markers here, that would be very nice indeed. So this change in the ground, the podzol and stuff, that's not indicative of a trail ruin. That is what happens whenever the large trees grow. So if you plant spruce in a 2x2... Brown dog! Oh, look how handsome. Or is that a black dog? Looks like a dark... Oh yeah. What a nice dog. I actually really like that dog, but you know, we're just gonna keep on looking for the trail run. Dog's too far away from home. I think I'm supposed to tame them for an advancement, but I don't want to tame them and leave them behind. I mean, what? Who would do that? But now I know these spruce forests have very nice dog variants, so we're gonna have to Keep that in mind. Nice. You know, I never get tired of a good old lush cave entrance. This one's not, like, as expansive as you sometimes get, but it's still pretty nice. Oh, yeah. Just like a lot of skeletons here. Just so many of them. Of course, you can be shot approximately 1,000 times, as long as you remember to eat your pork chops, as you can witness by all of the holes in me. Anyway. Hey, bro. Big news, you say? Oh, what? Oh, congratulations. That creeper is just peeking his head out. Oh no, look at this giant tree that burned down, and we are the only witness to it. Alas. You know, in a real sense, this forest fire is my fault. For if I had never began witnessing this area, the trees would still be there. But, in an even more real sense, I am the cause of this whole forest. Which is an interesting thing with Minecraft, right? I know I am hardly the first to make that observation. But you know, like, when you play Minecraft, you're why the world was made. So even if you witness a forest and burn it down sometimes, it's okay. The world will forgive you. We're just gonna sleep in this thing. You guys going to do a Geometry stream? Oh, I don't know. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I'm not sure. Wasn't really feeling it the last time I played. Well, anyway, no trail ruined today. Just flying. Just flying and looking at dogs. Hey, we built the Pumpkin Man sculpture. That's, you know, we can make the title of the VOD. Hey, IDK guys, just true. Yeah, yeah. You're always changing your name, but I know who you are. It's nice to see you. I hope you've been well. Did they sell maps to Trail Ruins? I know they sell trial maps and that they sell maps. To the Woodland Mansions and stuff, but... And they sell them to, like, ocean monuments, which, what a waste. Like, literally just go into an ocean, right? Like... What kind of cartographer are you? Oh. Also, this stuff creates source blocks if you bone meal. It's not as good as kelp, but it does look pretty. I meant to do this forever ago. Well, welcome back. It's gonna be like so much of the next part of my Minecraft life, just making the various ghast habitats, but it'll be time well spent. So this is where we fought the Wither. This is where the Council of Ghast will meet. But if you look down at the land here, and you see the pockmarked nature of it, that is the testament to my fighting against the Wither. Lately, we've just been working on this little thing here. This little bit of the artificial forest. Because really, you know, the further away it is from the trunk, the better for a bit. Yeah. Big old tree. The nether is spreading. Oh, if only. You know, you can't even get the mycelium to grow. You know, you gotta silk touch it and transport it, but it's worth it. It's very pretty, I think. And although the underwater fungal growth doesn't 100% make sense, I do think it'll be pretty, especially when we get around these sand formations, which we'll just leave. And then instead of having the dirt contrast, you know, you've got this wonderful, vivid green. Or rather, somewhat vivid. Yeah, because it looks really nice there, I think, with the wart blocks underwater instead of the dirt, with the contrast there with the the sand. Excuse me. Yeah, it's nice. But there is so much more to do. Like, we have to cut down all these boring trees and make room for even better trees. Not cherry trees, because of course here, the council is already ringed by cherry groves to a great extent. Because this is the best world. I can't believe I didn't have to design a place like this, you know. I mean, obviously I'm in the middle of designing it, but, you know. With the sunflowers and the cherry trees and all that. It's really a wonderful world. And the fact that it's mine only makes me like it better. But we will say goodnight to the guests. Good night, guests. The most recently named Dialpenghast, or the Mountain Ghast. He's gonna, when everything's said and done, he's gonna have a little place. It'll be like a miniature spawn mountain thing made, and we'll bring a couple of mountain goats over, and then, because, you know, the mountain goats, the mountain ghast, that's my little joke, you know, we like to have fun here. And of course there's Gaston and Gaspar and Augustus and the Bat Gasmobile. Awesome name. I didn't come up with that one. That was all Natasha. If you have an excellent idea for a guest-related name, feel free to offer it. I may not select it, but I am interested to hear your ideas. Say you wish it was on Bedrock. You know, I played Bedrock once upon a time when I first started. Because, you know, Java, you have to, like, sign up for an account or whatever. And I hate signing up for accounts. I hate filling out forms just so much, like, an unnatural amount. People often think I'm joking. Anyway, it's not important. But when I realized how I needed the F3 screen in my life, I ended up eventually swapping my world over to Java, and I never have gone back. Yeah, so this guy's got an ocean and a woodland map. And I know trial maps exist, I just don't... I don't know if I remember ever seeing a trail one. It would make sense for them to exist, though. We can just try to work on that next time. Because to level them, you just need, what, like, paper? Or you can spend an absolute ton of emeralds on empty maps. You need to build a wall around the town. Or condense the town. What? What you doing in there, buddy? Well, he's just hanging out. We're gonna, you know... I'm not dealing with that right now. Did Raphael move over here? Yeah. And this is Mikey? Yeah. I'm not sure where Leo went. Of course, Donatello's been lost for absolutely ages. But if more of them keep disappearing, we're gonna have to do, like, a proper study. Yes, under the sea, under the sea. Whoops. We ran right into Cornelius. Yes, indeed. Happy Gast croons. They're such wonderful creatures. But yeah, there's our little beacon. We didn't make the full one. We never have. I've got enough gold to do it. I just never did it. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe not. Good old Cornelius. Not on the box, Tropa. Seed for Garuda, pet for Bella. Mr. Pump, always faithfully guarding the wall. Anybody needs a wall guarded, they go to him. We could make like a sweet berry moat around the moat. That would be good. And if not good, then funny, and that's the same. Maybe it would work. Because sometimes they like walk by the wall, so we've just had like a layer of sweet berries by the wall, and that could like kill a zombie maybe. I guess we could title the VOD, I finally got a spruce log. Pretty funny. Somewhat funny. A little bit funny. It happened. I wish you could burn a bow. Can you? It doesn't matter. You know, it's a good little world. The turtle population is declining. I honestly don't know if they're getting struck by lightning or not. Is Tears a new disc? Yeah, we can listen to that. Yeah, you get Tears by deflecting a gassed fireball in the nether back at the ghast. It's 100% drop rate. You can do that with a sword attack or probably an axe too. You can shoot the gas projectile with an arrow. That's a little tougher. But yes, unfortunately, it is that time again where it's time for the national anthem. Tears by Amos Reddy. We already listened to this earlier, didn't we? No, we're not doing it again. I forgot. Anyway, it's that song. We're gonna listen to Cat like I originally planned. Tears is the one that starts with that vocalization, then they have like the winds and stuff later on. It's a cool song. But I do need to I need to remove it from my Minecraft music playlist, you know, because I don't want to show stream. Yeah, well, you know, I worked and then I had stuff I had to take care of and all, but often it's only just like, you know, 45 minutes or an hour. Especially if I start like around midnight. But I appreciate you all stopping by. You know, we didn't find what we set out to do, but, you know, it was still a good old time. Met some nice dogs. Luca can dance about it. A seed for Garuda, a pet for Calcite. Atrope is in the corner scheming. Just cat things. But yeah, I've got obligations again tomorrow, but I'll be around at some point, probably. But, you know, if you're watching in the future, disregard all the time-sensitive information. I hope the weather is nice, but, but I've definitely done wheat streams that were like 15 minutes long. Just planting wheat. Garuda knows so many things that we don't know. The sun rises. It's day 586. I put the wrong day in the description. Everything about this title is wrong. But there you have it. The sun rises on Minecraft, but not for me. I'm tired. I didn't drink as much of my late night coffee as I normally do. So I don't know how hot it actually was. It felt like it was like 85 degrees whenever I got out of work, you know, like got out of work in the kitchen, and then it's just like oppressively hot out, and I had my coffee in my hand. I'm like, you know, I don't even want it anymore. So you've never seen a trial ruin? That's the one where you go in and fight all the monsters? Because a trail ruin is the one with the terracotta and all the artifacts. But a trial ruin, yeah, they're fun. They're okay. They're the copper ones. But yeah, it's midnight 30 for me, and I'm not, you know, by living arrangement, I'm not supposed to be, you know, talking super loud or anything at this hour, so I normally try to wrap it up around this time. But I appreciate y'all stopping by, and maybe I'll see you in another streamer video. The one with the terracotta, yeah, that's Trail. You know, they're just one letter apart transposed to the middle. Yeah, Melissa, they're pretty cool. One of my early Minecraft videos was called Anthropology of the Terracotta People, and this was like really early. I didn't know anything, you know, and I just like found the marker for it, and then I dug the thing out, and then I didn't know about brushing or suspicious sand or gravel. I ruined the whole thing, but I tried to piece together what I thought I could like tell about their society, like sort of like an enthusiastic first year anthropology student who doesn't know what they're doing, but like intentionally with that sort of perspective. And I thought it ended up being a pretty fun video, but I like dug out the whole ruin and made it a little anthropology display of all the different glazed terracotta tiles and stuff. But anyway, they're pretty cool, but I very well might do one here too, just, you know, with better preservation now that I know how. But they're very nice. They because I didn't know like how job blocks interacted with villagers or anything like that. So it was very cool to like just see, hey, there's something weird on the surface, and then I dig down, and, you know, this is the first glazed terracotta blocks I ever saw, and then I'm like digging around, and it was very much like discovering a hidden civilization from the past. Cool stuff. Anyway, I know I said I was ending, and I really am, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hopefully I'll see you guys later on. Have a good night, and perhaps I'll see you in another streamer video.